All right, Aidan, here is one of your runs. First run at Killington, the U16 slalom. Obviously a difficult course, pretty steep, kind of rutted, icy, etc. So it wasn't easy. We understand that. But we'll watch your first run in regular motion and then slow it down.
You confused it with Paul. You had your helmet on. I picked up.
All right, so obviously, had some trouble, which is understandable. This is a tough hill, tough course, tough conditions. The objective of this was to be staying above it, bringing shape back to the pole, turn done by the pole, have your direction done by the pole, and definitely not giving yourself enough room above the rise line, above the pole here. That combined with clearly just leaning in. I mean, obviously, you can see it as well as anybody there. Leaning in. So this is probably not going to be a good outcome, as you imagine. We already saw the outcome, but there was no real direction. You're leaning in, and with no direction. So you're hitting the pole, and your skis are pointing right down the hill. You'd have a chance, even with that Ted Ligety-like lean in, inside hand dragging on the ground, if we had direction done. But you didn't give yourself enough room above. No direction done. Ended up leaning in, and the rest is history. But all right, pick it back up though. You got up. Good job. Never give up. Never really got a good rhythm down here either, in a kind of a similar scenario. A little better direction there, but still coming, down the hill, and we want them going across the hill. You can see your shoulders are not really level, and there's not a lot of good independent separation of upper and lower body with angles. If you look at this turn, half of it is above the pole, and really half of it is below the pole. And we would rather have it all above, give ourselves more room above the pole, so we can bring some turn shape back and be finishing it right there where the apex or the middle of the turn is up here above the pole, and yours is really around the pole like this. So your apex is here. So bring that line up, give yourself more room. But difficult course for sure. Alright, let's get you down a little further. But again, you can kind of see we got it. We can't be leaning in. I mean, that's clearly that motion. So if we have to raise the inside arm like that to get level, do it. But giving yourself more room above, getting more done above. You can see here, you're hitting the gate. You're leaning in, you're tipping in, your inside hand, inside shoulder is lower than outside, and you have no direction done. You're hitting the pole, your ski's going straight down the hill, and you're turning below the gate. And we want to turn above the gate. These are your shape of your turn is a J. We're looking for comma or at least C-shaped with the turn, with the pole at the completion of the C. All right, you're coming into the flush here. Again, you got to get yourself set up. So we're entering the flush straight on and run it as straight as we can until the exit. We may have to give our feet room and exit strong with direction, but you're coming in here way too straight at it. Didn't get yourself set up, so now you're hitting these poles, making a lot of big turns. You're hitting the pole with your skis going, way out this way, so you were behind it and it kind of turn. And then you came into here, and here's the one where we want to give our feet room and swing out a bit with our feet in order to have direction done. And we hit those poles, having our skis going more that way. So you didn't, and barely got around that last pole. But there is good news here. It's a good looking turn right there. Brought shape back to it. Nice level shoulders. The steeps were hard. But down here we saw signs of really what we're looking for. We like clearing. You got to exit clearing, cross blocking on the hairpin. That's a good job. And these couple turns in here, where you came into the rise line, in the rise line now, with your skis pointed out and away from the pole, and that's what we're looking for. That's a great job. So you can see here, rise line is basically right here, and you've got your skis, you're hitting rise line with your skis pointing out and away from the pole, which allows you to bring shape, shape back to the pole, right? So you're bringing your turn shape back to the pole, and have it direction done when you hit the pole. You're hitting the pole there, and direction was completely done. So that's what we're looking for. So good job there. Last thing, this tuck is not aerodynamic. Our heads are big. You get your head sitting there. Your poles are going up in the air like this. You got to raise the hands up, get the poles parallel, and block that head, because that's not aerodynamic. So, in any event, I know it was tough, but when it's steep and offset, we got to give ourselves more room above the pole, trying to keep our skis when we hit rise line pointed out and away from the gate, so we can bring shape back to the gate, have direction done. And obviously we need to be strong over the outside ski with more angles and less leaning in. But we saw it below some good turns, so we know you can do it, and let's keep working on it.